again, I don't know who you are. So I hear it's about doxing issues, stuff like that. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, there's a couple lies I'd like to address, a couple misrepresentations. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little flustered. It's always difficult for me to talk about this because it is my docs after all. But
completely understandable.
But
Been there myself.
I'll just like to clarify what actually happened. I'll just give my side. I'm not here to attack. I'm just gonna give my side. What ended up happening is I was accused earlier. Yeah, Joachim said that I was running a server where some bad stuff was going on and I was letting it happen. That's completely untrue. Like, I mean, bad, it just depends on your perception. But a lot of the people that in my server that had issues was people showing up to our server and then people having their Facebooks linked to their server and then just wondering, how are you guys, or to their Discord's account, they're like, how are you guys getting my Facebook pictures? And that was all cleared up. Every single person that was
Emmy didn't send people messages saying she felt incredibly harassed and threatened with her.
I don't know about that, but I do know that Emmy went on stream the other night to say that she was never doxxed.
Well, if I had my docs threatening me, I would probably do all sorts of things. For
but I have my docs threatening me too right now here. So,
Babe, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why did you delete the stream where you were doxing Emmy?
I never deleted any stream, and we never doxed Emmy.
What about the stream where you were, broadcasting Tonka's stuff? Because you deleted that stream, didn't you?
Well, I was asked to take that down.
Oh, so you did delete a stream?
Well, that's from a different channel.
You literally just lied 2 seconds ago where you never deleted any streams.
But you guys just asked me if we about the stream and doxing Emmy. We never doxed Emmy.
That's called a swish, bud.
Okay, so this is okay. You guys are doing gotcha games. Okay, so what I'm
here to
play games. Guys, shut the fuck up! Holy shit!
Simple question, and you fucking walked. You said
I wasn't running any type of nefarious server, and I wasn't turning a blind eye to anything. And that's why I fucking nuked the server, because it became too much drama. I didn't nuke it myself, but I allowed someone to nuke it because it became too much drama. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I gave ownership to someone else, and now I have my own private server. Okay, because I just don't want to deal with this stupid drama and all these stupid accusations. And I'm only here because you keep talking about it. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
We weren't talking about it. It was fucking brought up in the chat, you fucking man bun wearing motherfucker.
Well, but Joachim is the one lying about it.
Because I doxed you by finding your fucking. Literally, I went down the Anal Vape Facebook page and I clicked the link that was publicly available.
What are you going to claim as a private video live on stream? You fucking prove that it wasn't a private video.
That's not the point here, okay? I'm giving Joachim, okay, you found my Facebook, whatever. You found my docs, whatever. But you like Zoom super doxed me. He found my address, my mother's fucking maiden name and email address and shit like that. And that,
well, fuck Zoom.
And I watched it happen, and I've said, like, honestly, of all the things I've done, I feel really fucking bad about being party to that. I don't think you deserved that to happen to you. And I don't know if you've ever interacted with Zoom to the point where you understand how difficult it is to. He's a very, very aggressive personality, especially when he was on his modafinil, which I'm sure he was then. And man, like, I don't know. There was definitely times when that was going on where I wanted to be like, hey man, maybe this is a little insane. But at the same time, I was really fucking upset with the way that things were going. And I really didn't have a whole lot of sympathy. And, looking back on it, I feel fucking awful about how that happened, but to go out there and say that I was the one who doxed you and that I'm going around, that I'm a doxer because I was party to that, I have my sins, sure. But, like, surely if you guys can say, oh, nothing happened with what happened with Emmy and what with Ev was being threatened with and stuff, then, then if that's okay, then, I mean, it seems like, if what I did was bad, then surely there can be no excuse for what you guys have been doing, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, look, you haven't talked to me in a long time. I am not a part of that group anymore, those people.
All right.
So a lot of them have fucking, like, have done some stuff that's not shitty in terms of, like, where I feel like I need to report it or something, but they're just, like, spamming me with kill yourself. It's just spam. That's all I see is spam.
Right.
Well, if you look at the link posted on my Twitter, the pinned mega, I think you'll find some stuff on there that indicates that it's beyond just the spam and kill yourself.
Well, I mean, a lot of those screenshots that I saw in there is from this, like, clown server or whatever.
It's the same people. It's the same people.
But I'm not even.
Is really doing this shit on your server.
I'm not even allowed in there. They don't want me in there.
And you can disavow that server, dude. That's all I'm saying is that.
But for you to,
hang the fuck on.
With them. That's not fair for you to associate.
Those are the people you were defending 10 seconds ago.
I'm just, but
those are the people that you are defending. Those are the people that you are defending.
This is obviously like a 2-month-long thing. Okay, it's complicated. You know this. No, you know this. Like I defended them. Like they were my best friends when I owned the server, right? Then shit fucking went to hell. I don't hate them, but I just am not gonna be active. But
they're doing bad stuff.
Well, listen.
Well, what have they done? What have they done? What have they done? Like you guys had Zoom. What have we done?
We didn't have Zoom. Zoom's his own fucking person. Zoom's his own fucking agent. Now
they're hanging out with him right now.
Hold on, Joachim. Now,
but that's not me. I don't hang out with Zoom.
Hey, shut the fuck up for a second. Let me finish. I don't say much, so when I fucking open up, I'll say something.
Okay.
When if Joachim doxed you by showing your face, then what about when you guys were spreading around Tonka's docs? If your face is a dox, Tonka's docs about all his wrestling photos you guys have been doing for the last 2 weeks.
My face reveal is a dox. My face reveal is not the dox. Oh, hold on.
You were acting like it before fucking Zoom fucked around with you. Before Zoom decided to fuck around.
Hold on, he's not here. He can't address your.
Yeah, I completely understand. He's got to do what he's got to do. Like.
No, there was a knock at the door, so.
Yeah.
You turned my channel into a blood sports. God damn it.
I'm sorry. You're not turned it into it. And like,
did I pop your cherry on that? I'm sorry.
Might as well pop through some super chats. V, give your mother a hug and kiss for me. Frederick Marks. Why doesn't Frederick Marks have a picture of actual pseudo Frederick and Marks? Anyway, this is all very exciting as put by Anakin Skywalker. We're all gonna die. Life is short. Move the fuck on. And this is like kids fighting over nonsense. Honestly, this is why I don't want to do blood sports. Like I
don't blame you.
Yeah.
This isn't what
it's like King of Pole likes dick. Let's talk about it. This isn't it interesting. He was drunk.
It's not
and he
interesting.
It's like okay,
it's funny though.
It is funny.
That
was fucking hilarious.
I mean, it's funny, but I don't know if it was worth a metacast. It's like, oh shit, somebody's.
Well, I think that there's 15,000 people out there.
Yeah, 50,000 people disagree with you, Devil. But you know, it's funny for like watching it, but then to like discuss and overanalyze the issue, you know, and have like 400 or 500 streams, which I bet there's going to be all around the internet, people discussing about the exceptional detective dick sucking abilities. It's like.
Well, V, I don't think they were there for King of Pole. I think they were there for Jim.
Yeah, they were there for Jim, and Jim played King of Pole. It's like, let's listen to King of Pole for 20 minutes, guys. It's like this.
You guys were also throwing around Tonka, an address associated with Tonka, but that's
okay. Well, look at that. That shit's pretty shitty. And if those people are responsible for that, I disavow whoever's responsible for that shit.
But you'll go back to hanging out with them right after.
But you want to? No, dude. I don't hang out with anybody. I'm all by myself in my server. Nobody hangs out with me. But if that's like I said, if that's happening, that shit's pretty shitty. That shit's happening to me. It sucks. And the only thing though that I'm here is because like all of this misinformation is causing Tonka to come at me and accuse me of doxing. I've never doxed anybody.
Well, hold on. I speak with Tonka. I never seen him accuse you of doxing.
Yeah, he was coming at me on Twitter. He was. I had to back and forth with him. That was like a 2-hour-long thing. It's ridiculous. And then he's doing what Joachim is doing too. He was like, well, you weren't doxing, but you sat by and let it happen.
You had a dude you had multiple people as admins and as high-level moderators on your server who were involved.
It was the first Discord I ever made. I don't know how
I get that, and I'm not like this is the thing but you want to come on and call me a liar for saying that that's the case, that you were involved with those people. I did.
You're saying, but you're putting the responsibility on me. You're putting the responsibility on me.
At the end of the day, you were the one running the server.
I owned it. I was the server owner, but nobody
put a gun to your head and made you make phone posting an admin.
I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, I fucking.
Well, hold on, because the
Obviously,
intent
and that's
matters,
fine, we
right?
can
Like
move
the
on.
intent matters. So if he's running the server and some guy on the server does some shit, like it's not fair to hold him responsible.
Okay, but after that shit happens, if you don't react to it and you keep the guys who were involved in that as the high-level moderators and admins of that issue, even after communicating with them and having seen that issue go down.
Well, is this true, Adam?
That
Did
speaks to
you see?
intent.
Did you see the shit going down and did nothing about it?
No, I was, but I wasn't doing nothing. It's so much shit happening, and I have a lot to do in my real life that I'm like not trying to give a shit. When like right now, me being on this stream, I have like 20 people saying, "Give me the link, give me the link." So whenever the backyard blood sports was going on, I had a fuckload of people messaging me all the fucking time. I'm kind of glad to be in the bleachers now and not really participating too much, but. I mean, people keep slandering my name, so I gotta keep popping up on streams defending myself.
But okay, so your main grievance is the fact that you got doxxed, and we have Joachim say here that he regrets the fact that has happened. Are you comfortable with the apology, or like what more would you expect for things to be okay? Like if obviously there's no time machine to undox you, so.
Right, and that's why I don't really care about it. And nobody really it's not like anybody, and nobody even really cared about my doxing anyway when it happened. But it was like, what made my grievance with it, and Joachim knows this, but my grievance with it is because there was some drama, and I always get blamed for things. Those trolls, they love to like make me their fake leader and blame me for lots of bullshit. But I don't do anything, and.
Well, that's what someone who does something would say.
Well, sure, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say
You
to
literally
that.
said in the chat that I doxed you. I mean, if you're gonna go into a chat on the stream where I'm on and say that kind of stuff,
You asked Zoom to find my docs.
I did not. No, I was involved in a thing where it was going on where he was going after other people, and I showed him the fucking shit I was finding on your Facebook, and then he decided to start looking into your Facebook too. I wasn't like, hey, go ruin this guy's life, fucking an old vape. I want to just see him murdered. I was pissed at you, and I probably said some uncharitable things, but no, I feel bad about it, and I wasn't out there, requesting Zoom to go out and fucking wreck you. So I think that, if you want to have that argument, that's fine, but, that's kind of ridiculous. And also, by the way, you were on the member list in Hawktown, so just saying.
All right.
Just saying.
Look, I tried because they kick me from there all the time. Maybe about a week.
Oh, so
ago.
you keep wanting to go back to this?
Listen real quick. They always kick me from there. About a week ago is when I gave up because I'm just like, okay, whatever, it's not worth it. I only go in for like 5 minutes at a time because I'm curious to see what's going on, but they don't like me. They don't want me in there. Don't know what to tell you.
Okay, can I ask a question again? If
sure.
If asking Zoom to find docs is bad, then what is it when you raid servers with other people's docs and spamming it?
I don't do that, and that shit's pretty shitty. When I see that happen, it sucks. I fucking don't participate in that.
Whatever happened to good old Skype? It's like every time you hear something come out, like some audio log breaking with people saying shit, it's always from Discord. Like you think by now that people who want to do shitty things fucking do them on Skype. Just saying.
Apparently you were there, so you do know about that, Vape.
Okay, guys.
I was there. Hold on.
on.
I don't do Discord. Like there is only 2 Discord servers that I'm in. One is for a role playing with like 4 other people, and the other Discord server that I'm in is something
your D&D thing with Sargon?
No. It was with Arch Warhammer and someone else.
But by the way,
basically,
can I come play D&D with you? That sounds fun.
I would want to have it for D&D, but the thing is, like the one that I'm having with Sarga right now is constantly being delayed, and there's also no available room in the party. But if I'm organizing something else and I'm trying to get something sorted, I will ask you to.
Yeah, I would love to play D&D with you, V. That'd be fun.
The thing is, like, I actually had King of Pole to play Warhammer 40K with Arch. But the schedules didn't work out. Like the other people went at like around, I believe 5 p.m. or some shit, and Paul couldn't make it until 7. So that thing also
real
fell
life
apart.
is a bitch when you have to deal with the internet. I hate how like internet stuff will happen and I'll be at work and my phone's blowing up and you're like, oh fuck, I need to be doing stuff, but let me go be a scumbag and play on my phone for a minute.
Worse than that is dealing with time zones.
I have a question for Adult Vape though. Like, why an anime girl avatar?
Because that's my I am an anime girl in real life. This is how I really look.
No. I understand the joke, right? But I'm talking about the trend which was discussed before you came on. But a lot of people that share similar preferences, they all have like anime girl avatars. Now I admitted that I also had the succubus for once, but it was because I like looking at tits. When I would look at my avatar, I see tits, and that made me happy. So I'm curious, like, what your reasoning is.
$10.
Well, I mean, I have a new waifu every week. I like anime, and whichever anime I'm watching, that's my waifu. I was Satania last week, and I'm 02 this week.
Okay, so Goku is something that's not going to appear there, or an angry Vegeta or something like that.
No, I'm not homosexual.
Anal, can I ask an anime question?
Sure.
The girl from the Boondocks. If you had that as like can you have that one as your waifu, or is that not anime enough? I'm seriously asking because I don't know anime.
I don't know what she looks like. I've only seen like 2 episodes of that show. It's a funny show though. I like that show when I do watch it.
I do have another question for Anal. If Anal Vape, if you're innocent, so is Joachim in this whole story.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I guess but
But Joachim actually apologized.
Look, the only reason I'm even here is because I don't sure I'll pop in on a stream. I like V, but
thank you. I appreciate that.
No, yeah, I watch you, V, but I'm only here because of the misinformation.
I was in the chat saying I was doxing you.
I had to look.
See, I was
in the stream and you came here.
I had to do what I had to do and address the misinformation.
Guys, there's no misinformation being out there until you go.
That's what you get. Guys, this is a one-off thing.
I'm very sorry, V. We did not intend this to happen.
I told you not to do this because I knew this would happen. I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
guys.
Here's the thing, right?
Anime girls will take over the internet.
I try to be honest and I try to be fair with my guests, which is why I entertain this, and I will also bring Sparrow and King of Pole and whoever wants to be brought. I'll bring them tomorrow to hear their side of the story. But in reality, I really don't give a shit. But I want the audience, I want the people watching to be able to hear both sides of the story and make up their mind on whatever case.
Hey, that's very admirable of you, V.
Yeah, I've always respected that part of you. I think we disagree fundamentally on 20 million things, but I think you're a good guy.
I tried to. I honest to God tried to.
Yeah,
I think the horror fetish is a little weird, but whatever.
You know what's funny?
The horror thing is really weird.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into the fucking weird V porn, I actually do want to talk about something here.
The guy who likes traps.
Whoa!
Okay.
See, V knows how to do it.
This conflict between Anal Vape and
Joachim.
Joachim.
It's funny every time you say his name. It's like I never thought what will you do when you grow up, Mom, Daddy? Well, when I'm 30, I'm going to go in front of 700 people and say the word Anal Vape over and over again.
Yeah. Okay,
dude, I have an anime girl as an Abby. You think I'm gonna have children anytime soon?
Hopefully never.
Hopefully never. Exactly,
guys.
Please don't breed.
So you want the perpetuation of the white race, but you don't.
He's Mexican.
I'm Hispanic, but I do support the 14 words.
Well, you can marry a good white woman and wash away the Spanishness.
No, fuck you.
They do that in Brazil, mate.
Hey, it'll take fucking 6 generations to get rid of that. No. He's the 56% El Goblino.
But he already has white blood, doesn't he? Like people in Mexico, they have white blood in them, so it's going to take less generations.
No, they have Spanish blood in them. It's not white, it's Spanish.
So now Spanish isn't white. All right. Okay.
Spanish
no.
Explain.
No, the whites. There's the white Spaniards, and those are the white Mexicans, the ones who have the Spanish blood in them.
I see. See, like the things I learned, like most of these things I wasn't concerned with yesterday, but now I'm better off for it.
Yeah.
So what were you gonna say, Demo?
Yeah. I actually have to go soon, so I do want to cover this before I have to go.
Yeah.
I have obviously no stake in your fight. I don't know who you are since before today.
Sounds really interesting, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess.
You and I were supposed to
A lot of
commute at one
pathos in their
point.
voices. A lot of
Can I ask I want to ask a question. Did
Let Devo finish.
Let him
first.
finish.
Okay, sorry.
He has to go.
Yeah, see, I
He does have to go.
don't exactly know what happened between you two necessarily. So I'm bringing something up. I'm bringing it up because the chat has requested it many times, and I don't want anybody to like be insulted or to get salty about it or whatever.
Go ahead,
okay?
do it.
So I was handed off this zip called Joachim and Zoom, and it has a bunch of screenshots that apparently Joachim, you and Zoom talking about this docs, and you've said a few times now that you didn't dox or you didn't want to dox Anal Vape. You didn't ask Zoom to dox Anal Vape for you. However, these screenshots of your chat seem to show you being an active participant. So what's
Yeah,
the
That's the accusation, Joaquin. What do you make of this?
Can I respond? Can I respond to that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
As I said, I was a participant in that, and I feel awful about it.
There we
But
go.
the going after people that Zoom was doing was already ongoing. I was just looking into anal specifically, and I wasn't doing it.
Okay, let me ask you a more specific question. So did you ask Zoom to look for Brozifs and
No,
Aquastops?
fuck no. That was handed to me. I had nothing to do with Zoom doing that. That was handed to me as a fait accompli, and as I said, I no longer have them. And it is what it is at this point. But it was handed to me, and I don't have them anymore. And if being handed a dox is a crime, then yes, I'm guilty.
Oh, hold on.
I
Joachim.
didn't spread it. I didn't do anything with it. I fucking deleted it. So
I'd
like to ask you something though.
Okay. All right, Devo. You
Okay,
you
yeah,
have to go.
yeah. Joachim, it's just that earlier.
You'll also be looking at the zip file pinned to Joaquin thing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can check it. I mean, honestly, I don't care that much. I'm just
no,
bringing
that's
this up
fine.
because
These are
it's
fair
talking about it,
questions.
right?
I don't care. Go ahead.
Yeah. You say that you were involved in them, but you feel sorry about it, and that's completely fine. It's just that earlier in the stream, you did say, maybe you just said it in the heat of the moment or something. You said, "No, I didn't do it," but it seems like
Didn't
you did.
do what specifically?
Docs Anal Vape.
I was digging through his shit with Zoom. Zoom was the one that went and okay, so the doxing, like when Zoom went and found his fucking actual real name and mother's address and stuff, Zoom was the one doing that.
So you were a collaborator, not a perpetrator, is what you want to say.
I was involved in it. Zoom was the one leading on that, and I was part of it, and I feel guilty as fuck about that because it was not okay, and it was a shitty thing to do.
But I want to ask you a legitimate question, right?
Go ahead.
When did the fascination with Anal Vape start? Like, why?
Anal Vape was the running our fan server. And
just because I was the owner of it, I guess that probably just
you were doing everything you could to ingratiate yourself with that group, dude. And you still
also
hang out with them. You were on their server Honktown with them like 3 days ago, dude.
So you felt that Anal Vape has power over you, and you didn't like that.
No, you're on the Honk server 3 days ago, and you're also the person who live streamed a private conversation on Tonka's server for content and thought you did nothing wrong until 8 hours later when it took Vamp Candy and a bunch of other people to fucking convince you that you were doing something wrong.
Well, by doing something wrong, it's breaking the rules. Like, you're allowed to stream in other servers. I just always have my OBS ready.
Well, that's the whole thing that fucking started the whole thing that fucking got Joaquin to start looking into you. If you wouldn't have started that bullshit with the Geek Through thing the day before, and then the Tonka Saw shit the day after, fucking this whole shit wouldn't have happened.
So you're saying,
but the thing is me and Joaquin were both teaming up against Geek Thulu, and we won. So I don't understand.
Then literally that morning you go and you fucking broadcast a stream from Tonka's thing that people were absolutely furious for. Because I went to bat. And I said, you guys were not doing a bunch of bad shit in that server. And I didn't think that was the case. And I became very fucking rapidly convinced after that stream by your actions and the actions of others that I had been entirely in the wrong to defend you.
Well, you weren't in the wrong. We've never doxed anybody in that server.
That's a lie. The only thing we did was less than you. You guys literally put fucking Tonka Saws out when you thought you had it.
You guys, when the Tonka Saw shit started happening, I had nothing to do with Clown Town anymore, okay?
You were in Clown Town like 2 days ago,
you guys
dude.
can keep sweating about that.
But they don't let me in. Every time I see the link, I'm in like 50 to 60 Discord servers. If I see the link posted, sure, I'll click it. But they're waiting to kick me. I'm only ever in the server for like 5 minutes before they kick me. They fucking hate me. You know the kick V meme? Well, there's a kick anal vape meme that's real.
Well, here's the
And
larger
is it
thing. Is if you
hurtful? This is the
participate
question,
in this
though.
kind of shit, maybe bad.
No,
things-
it's not hurtful. I don't really care. I'm fine. I have other servers. The only thing is it is shitty to get guilt by associated because every server that they get banned from, I also get banned from. But I don't
because you're a bad fucking actor with them.
No,
you are giving them
I don't
cover and credit. You are going out there right
I don't
now.
participate in raids or whatever the fuck they.
I don't get it. I thought I managed to calm you guys down, and there was a lot of emotions going on, and then we had the discussion, and now Devo comes in and gets people angry again. Why you do this, Devo?
Well, I actually do have to do it again one last time.
Fuck you. Okay, fine.
Because Joachim, listen, like it's like I said, I have no real stake in this, and I'm not like accusing you of something huge.
You're just Jim number 2 in my stream. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just Jim number 2.
Yeah.
I'm just the better Jim. Okay.
The better Jim.
Oh, yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, as of today, you are the better Joe.
It's
So
just
are you going to talk about King of Paul's dick fantasies?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
it's just like Joachim, I'm reading this stuff. It just seems like you are more of an equal participant in these events with Zoom, not somebody who was like a collaborator and Zoom did most of the work. I mean, you don't have to like read them.
Well, Zoom was the one who released those, and he selectively edited them. I honestly haven't read what has come out because I was there. I did it. I know what happened.
Yeah.
Zoom was the one that found his name and stuff. I took a few guesses based off of some stuff because he was doing that, but I was still scrolling through other things, and Zoom was the one who had the know-how in it because he was the one who actually figured out how to find it through the Facebook curation page and stuff like that. As I said, I was participating, and if you don't think my characterization of it is reflected by what you see in those screenshots, then I mean maybe you're splitting hairs. I was
Wait. So Joachim, do you? I can't.
What do you want me to say?
I wasn't.
Wait a second. Let me.
Wait, hold on. Let me just ask one quick. It's just real quick. I was in the KOP's Discord server with Zoom today. Who claims I requested?
So you're associating with a pedophile?
No. Oh, just listen.
Oh, because you guys are accusing me of that, right?
Just listen real quick. He came in to get on the show. I was trying to get on the show, and he came in to get on the show too. And he said that I requested that he dox me. Do you think I requested to be doxed?
How do I know what you said to Zoom privately?
No, because you're saying Zoom found my docs. What did I ask him to do it, or did he do it on his own?
Did you ever ask Zoom to find information?
Zoom is saying that I asked him to dox me, and I did not.
It sounds like a conversation you should have with him, man.
But you're saying you and him are saying two different things. That's all I'm saying is you're saying that he found it of his own accord. He says that I requested it. He's also told me that you requested it.
Well, I don't know what to say. Three different stories out there.
I have screen caps to prove that I didn't request it.
I wanted to dig on you because I thought you were being a shitbag, and as I've said multiple times about it, which, it's funny because I can actually own up to the shit that I do. It seems like you have like a pathological fear of ever being held responsible for anything.
Or blowback from his quote-unquote friends that aren't his friends.
No, I take responsibility. The responsibility I take is I don't know how to run a fucking server, and to be in charge of a large group of people is very fucking stressful.
What about the people that you hang out with? Do you take any responsibility for all of the the things that they do?
Well, I hang out with potheads. They don't really do anything, so.
The people online, ding dong.
Those are my friends. Internet. There's no internet friends.
Hanging out with you for 2 months.
There's no internet friends. Those guys are not my friends. I don't even trust the people I give moderator to, and I take mod away from people all the time.
Did they took moderator away from you, Joachim?
Yeah, I did. I took
admin
away. That's where this all started. That's where this all started.
I didn't be Dr. Phil. I
took mod away, and then he got mad at me, and he made his own server, and he started a war with me.
I didn't start. You guys started the war. I just made my own server. I was like, if you guys want to come over, that's cool. You're welcome.
Okay, I've got one.
As long as you have power over them, Joachim. As long as you're the moderator.
Living in their head rent free, man.
Guys, I just have one last thing to say because
you've said that 6 times in a row. I'm starting to get annoyed with it, to be honest.
Yeah, that is correct, Devo. This is the last thing you're gonna say.
No, for real. I mean, on this topic. Sorry.
Right.
On this topic, I have one last thing to say. Yeah. You were right about the whole splitting hairs thing. It really is, I think, just a matter of interpretation. The logs can be edited. Maybe he left certain parts out. Maybe you did more or less than what you say. But I mean, you admit you're involved, and in my opinion, at least insofar as I'm concerned, which is not really that concerned, that's good enough, man. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like I feel, because I took a little bit of time off from the internet here. And, you spend time thinking about stuff because usually with the way that these streams go, there's just so much shit going on. You're so fast on to the next thing. You don't even think about what happened. And, I've spent some time kind of going back through the way that things went down because a lot of people were thinking about that because, people do actually engage in self-reflection. And, yeah, I wasn't – it was not a good thing to get as associated with Zoom as I was. But at the time, I didn't know that he was involved with the shit that he was. And by the time that he did, it was in a way too late. I still am not happy about the way that it ended with the stream where he was being accused of being a pedophile, where he was mounting what I think was a pretty internally coherent defense and nobody on the stream was willing to hear it. I think he got a fucking rough end of that deal. And I think it's funny that the same people, the people that Anal says aren't his friends who just happen to all be the same group that hang out together, who were the same ones that organized the witch hunt against him and, yelled at me furiously for even saying he should be given a trial, are now, working with him as hard as they can to cause other problems, right? Because, and the crime of me being associated with Zoom, meanwhile, they're literally hanging out with him on Discord today, Really
so
I think did you hang out with Zoom today, Amal?
Well, I think it's incredibly
That's not fair. I don't hang out with Zoom. I don't like or trust anybody on the internet.
You said earlier he was in the server and you guys were talking to him.
Well, he was in King of Pole's server. King of Pole had a stream today. I was only in there to get on the stream. That's all.
That's fine, but if you want to go with guilt by association, and then you have that guilt by association, you're being.
Hold on. That's not fair. If I want to go on a stream, right, and this guy that I really hate comes in the same place, that doesn't mean that I want to associate with him. It means that I want to get on the stream, and the cunt is over there as well.
Yeah, man. I don't like Zoom. He fucking doxed me. Why? He found my docs and he's putting it out there. Why would I be best friends with him?
Is he putting it out there? Because, I mean, I know that he said
what I know is I go into random Discord servers and they say my real name. That's really weird. And not that I really care, but it's like random.
Yeah, but he power real names you. I get it.
But that's the thing is that people are going out there saying I'm doxing Aqua, for example, because I was handed Aqua's docs and I didn't do anything with it and I don't have it. I think that's kind of insane is that having a dox is the same as doxing somebody.
Well, isn't that what Kraut is accused of? He had, well, never mind. He actually wanted to. Okay, no, my bad. Let me get super chats. V, this is my legal name, and Putin is a boss, says Friedrich Marx. Gabriel Montreal. V, I would rather watch you drink some Pepsi. Raiden Smith, tell Joachim Melon Smithers didn't do nothing. Gabriel Montreal again.
Wait, who didn't do nothing? Can you say that last one again? Who didn't do nothing?
Melon Smithers.
No idea who that is.
Me neither. Gabriel Montreal, bring back V the succubus tits, classic V. And that was my first avatar that came in. Wasn't anime though. Gabriel Montreal, V, stop trying. We like you when you do stuff. Stone Mexican guy, stop lying, Joachim. You asked Zoom to dox Aqua and TEWI. And finally, politically correct. What actually happened to Zoom? Did he get reported?
Okay, so on the Aqua Tui thing. I think that I did misspeak because those two are very bad actors, and if I did ask, if I don't remember honestly, but if I did ask Zoom to dox them, I don't really regret that. They fucking deserved what they got. But their dox was never released, and it certainly wasn't released by me. But Aqua is out there. It's funny. Aqua's out there. You're a doxer. By the way, I'm doxing all these people. I think that in the mind state that I was in, where people were coming to me terrified of being doxxed and being threatened and being harassed, and I wanted to be able to respond to the people who were doing that. I don't know that I would do it again necessarily, but those two are very bad actors. Now, Brosif, as far as I'm concerned, had nothing to do with anything, and Zoom got him as collateral damage. But Tui right now, Tui is the one who's threatening to dox me for even coming back on stream. Tui was the one that was threatening to dox people way before.
What is the other anime girl? Like, how many anime girls are pissed at you, man?
There's like 30.
A lot, yeah. So,
oh my God.
But that's the thing. Right? Like Aqua and Tui, they're bad fucking people, and yeah. So that's that. I will take that. Yeah, I don't know if it was communicated to Zoom, but I certainly was not upset with him going after Aqua specifically. But notice this: even fucking hating Aqua, and even having been given Aqua's docs, you know what I did with it? Nothing. I did fucking nothing with it. I did nothing to spread it. I did nothing to put it out there, and I wouldn't. So, that's the difference between me and you people.
But I never put anyone's docs out, and I don't.
You just had a server where people were doing that. You were just involved. You were just a facilitator, right? You didn't know that they were running a murder for hire thing. You just happened to,
murder for hire. What?
It's a metaphor, right? If you, I wasn't involved in the criminal activity. I would just happen to rent it out to people who, it was a shady business, but I don't know. Oh, I also happen to get drinks with them at the bar every night.
If your standard for doxing is us posting 8chan links, then you've doxed people too.
No, my standard for doxing is doxing. My standard for doxing is threatening people.
We've never doxed anybody. You still haven't provided
you never doxed anybody. You never doxed anybody. Okay.
You guys didn't dox Tonka 3 times the last 2 weeks.
Who?
You guys are not literally posting Tonka's fucking address out there.
No, how did they dox him?
They put his address out there. They were putting people's information out there.
You saw this in the clown server? You saw this in the clown server?
I saw this all over the place, man.
You saw Tonka's address being posted in the clown server?
The evidence is out there. People who can go fucking look at it. You people have been doing this shit.
Why can't you answer that straight up? Why can't you answer that question straight up?
I'm sure that you've got some Jewish way of saying, "Oh, it wasn't that." Because how would you know? You weren't even in the clown server, right?
Dude, for weeks, you could Google Tonka Saw and his face comes up. So if I post his face, is that doxing?
So posting a guy's address and face and name, yeah, that counts as doxing.
I mean, by my definition, me posting Coach Red Bull's name is doxing, right? But as I said before, like slapping someone in the face is violence, and bringing an axe down someone's throat is also violence, right? So I guess there's different levels of violence, just like there's different levels of doxing. And what I see happening is like someone would post a name, or they would just post, some picture, and then others call you a doxer, and then they will post like your entire family name, background history, family tree, genetic illnesses, like everything that's possibly found on you because one day you posted the name of someone. So
yeah. So
this is my issue. Is you're just like a pathological fucking hypocrite, dude.
Who,
you
me?
Go out there,
I'm not a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah, you are. You're a doxer. Oh, you associate with Zoom. And yet, what have you been doing today but being involved in that exact same shit?
Look, you guys...
I have no fucking time for you. You're a low IQ mongoloid who gets involved with this shit. You fucking constantly stir up shit and then say, oh, I've got nothing to do with it. You hang out with the bad crew of people, and then you get mad when people accuse you of being hanging out with the fucking bad crew of people. That's
I think you're the hypocrite here because you're the one that accuses us of doxing, but you guys doxed me and you've provided 0 examples for people
There have been so many examples that literally fucking bores me to tears.
Okay, well,
you people go out there.
Provide one.
I have provided so fucking many, dude. It's just I'm sick of dealing with this.
Is it the info dump that you have on your Twitter? That's it.
Among other things, I don't know. Why don't you go ask Tonka?
That's not evidence of doxing. They're posting links.
The docs being posted there. That's not.
I haven't looked through the info dump, right? Because I was just told before the show. But,
Ev didn't get threatened with her docs. Let's see here. Emmy didn't get threatened with her docs.
No, Emmy did not get threatened with her docs.
Cthulhu didn't go in the server and get his docs posted in his face.
He got his face posted, sure, but they got it from 8chan.
Okay, guys, I actually have to take off for the night.
All right, man. You have a good night. Sorry for we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah, holy fuck! This turned into a shit show.
B, before we get back to this autism, can I ask you a question?
Please do.
Could you tell me more about Kraut splitting his dick jerking off?
I had no idea about that happening. Like I spoke with Kraut for quite a while. I was being in Skype groups with him, the Skype cabals. Okay, none of that Discord shit. But he never once mentioned him splitting his dick.
Well, yeah. Well, you just seemed really informed about that subject on that Morning Kumite a couple months back. I just wanted to ask.
Well, I probably was shitting around about it, but no, he did not mention about cutting his dick open. But what he did mention, and I think this is what I said on the Kumate, the reason he nuked his channel is because someone doxed his mother, and apparently, like, she has a job where she can't be affiliated with the Saud that's talking against Islam or something like that.
That completely understandable. But it's like you had brought it up on the on the Kumite about him possibly splitting his dick while jerking off.
I don't know. You'd have to give me the thing. I was probably shitting around, and it was usually
I could tweet you the link later.
Yeah, usually when I goof around, it's obvious that I'm goofing around.
Yeah, it's from the Clan of Dusty Kumite episode, about 2 hours and 29 minutes. Jim comes in, so you left about 4 minutes after that.
Yeah,
I may or may not have listened to that episode probably about 100 times. That was the first Kumite I ever tuned into, and it cracks me the fuck up.
If you know so many, just tell me what I said, because I don't think I.
You basically alluded to maybe Kraut had split his dick jerking off, and Jim had jumped.
Oh no, I remember. Yeah. It was basically there was different hypotheses on the many ways that the dick got split, and I provided an additional one. What if? Okay, what if it got split while jerking off?
Okay, it was just a what if. Okay,
what if? Like an alternative universe scenario.
Okay, yeah, I've wanted a little bit more context since that episode.
Why are you so fascinated about how people split their dicks?
It's fucking weird as shit.
It's something I wanted to ask you if I ever got you in a conversation.
Yeah, I can tell you hospital weird shit. No, listen, hospital weird shit.
Here we go.
So there's this guy that comes in with a dick piercing, right? And apparently it wasn't placed by a professional, so the dick started
rejecting it.
Rejecting it. Yeah.
I had a friend who had this happen. Yeah,
and then the guy went in pretty late. It was the dick was turning into black, right? So the doctor said, well, it needs to be amputated. So what the guy does is that he runs away from the hospital, and then the doctors were trying to contact his family, urging him to return because if he doesn't get it amputated, there's going to be complications, which might be fatal. So like that's interesting thing. Another one is like this guy wakes up because the rooster keeps singing, right? So it's annoying him, and he goes on with the axe, like fashionable rural Romanian, cutting the rooster with the axe. But apparently, instead of cutting the rooster, he cuts his dick. Then there was like this other guy, which was probably having some kidney stone problems, some issues because he was constantly waking up during the middle of the night, like bladder stone problems, constantly pissing, right? And he decides to take some barbed wire and wrap it around his dick so he stops pissing for some mysterious reason.
I feel like that's probably a lie that he told because he was probably doing some human centipede shit with that.
Holy shit! What the fuck, man?
I mean, me hearing about
Romanians.
Me hearing about Kraut cutting his dick, realized that it's not only Romanians that do it, and it's not something that I should be like, that's interesting, because it's not interesting. There's certainly a percentage of the population that does it, so it's expected.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned on a stream that you have a fursona, but you would not elaborate.
I used to have a fursona, yes. I used to be part of it.
Can you just tell us what it was, man?
No, I'm not. Like,
we're not going to... If we guess, will you tell us if we're right or wrong?
No. You do your investigation and find it out. It's just that is part of the fun. It's the experience. Like, get Zoom in on it.
Dig through your furry past.
Get Zoom on it. Apparently you have some experience with this shit, so like, feel free. I will be impressed.
All right, Zoom, if you're listening, if you find fucking V's persona, go ahead and throw that out there, I guess.
If you guess,
is that your Russia go release those emails thing like Trump?
Apparently, someone says if you can split your dick jacking off, everyone here should be interested in knowing how that could happen. Well, I assume it's VR vigorously jack off training. I don't know. That it was just a hypothesis.
Do you think his dick was pierced beforehand and then like the piercing might have ripped out and then it just kept ripping?
I just don't know. But what I really want to find out is why do people treat the internet like their confession booth? It's like, what's a good idea? To go on the internet and tell about the time I split open my dick. Because the people on the internet will care and they will forgive my sins. It's like deleting browser history and cookies. I don't understand why people do it. Why do you think? Anal Vape. Why do you think people use the internet?
I based on my experience, because like when that server got nuked, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of upsetting because I used to own the server with a lot of people in it.
You had power there. You are giving money. You're taking it away, or you're being a little bit your little empire, you're forging your little empire on the internet. I get it.
And I think Kraut just wanted friends. I think people that tell their personal stuff. It's just to get someone interested and want to be their friend or something like that.
Okay, so
That
when
is
I want
the
to be a friend
saddest
with someone,
commentary on Young
Joachim,
ever heard. Holy
Joachim,
shit.
yeah,
I
Joachim,
just wanted to have friends.
yeah, exactly. It's like Joachim, I want to be friends with you. I'll tell you about the time I split open my dick.
V, if you tell me that, we're not friends anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, so it's fair for you to tell me you sent pictures of your scrotum to kick off Paul. So he's
Hang on. He leaked those. He was the one who decided to share that with the world.
So it's fine if it was hidden. You're saying, like, if
He was the one out there leaking these.
if this was the noise coming from King of Paul's bedroom after you send him your scrotum, that's
Oh
fine.
God!
As long as people don't know about it, right? Is this what you're saying?
That's a good image.
Can you say that again? Sorry, I was reading a DM.
So if this new noise is what's coming from King of Paul's bedroom as you're sending him the scrotum pic, and no one else finds out about it, that's fine. But heaven forbid the internet learns about it.
Wait, you were just the one out there saying that you don't judge him for loving that boy pussy.
No, but I'm judging you.
Now you're trying to get me for loving that boy pussy.
Right? Because
V, are you some kind of homophobe or something?
why is this about me, mate? I'm judging you right now. You're on stand. And by the way, I would understand if it's a gay guy that has to take it up the ass, but from his account, okay, he's a giver, not a taker. So why are you flirting?
Okay,
with
if me and King of Hill were ever in it, I don't think he would be the one on the top, if you know what I'm saying. But no, it was literally just to fuck with him. I had no idea that he liked that boy pussy. Apparently, it was known among some circles, but 99% of people in the circles that I'm in, it was a huge fucking shock, especially that recording and especially the shit he was saying. I had no fucking clue. I was just fucking with him. I thought it was
he probably I will give you that. I will give you that. He probably doesn't like that bag of tea that you sent him, but he will think what is above it.
It was just like, we hadn't talked in forever, and he's going on streams for like a week and a half talking shit, and all he gets is just this DM of my balls. It was funny, and he freaked the fuck out, and he immediately goes right the fuck on, throws it on the cowboards, and he has a stream about it and shit. It was hilarious.
People are saying that Joachim knew. People are saying you knew he's a giver, mate.
No, we didn't. Like,
I think you might be the receiver.
You think I might be the receiver fee? I'm hurt.
Look, you even raised your voice a few octaves.
I'm genuinely injured, V. I mean, I thought you were a gentle lover. This is not gentle love.
I understand.
But I just don't think it's nice. I mean, I get you come from like a backwards rural country, but I think for you to judge King of Pool's lifestyle choices and his love of boy pussy is just.
The white nationalists are all accepting about.
It's 2018.
You know what I think? If you want to destroy the white nationalist movement, you ban gays in your country. Like, there are no white nationalists in Saudi Arabia.
The alt-right is gay, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I support Bog nationalism more than white nationalism. I mean, ISIS did a lot of bad things. Throwing gays off the rooftop, whatever. But you know what? I kind of want to drag this around because you've been dragged down into this fucking rabbit hole of what's going on in our shit. And that's fine. There's definitely shit to talk about there. But the original reason we got on was that there's definitely people on the cowboards and there's definitely people in Anal Vape's little group of friends that would really, really, really like to destroy internet blood sports.
Anal Vape, do you have friends that hate my channel?
Your channel? I mean,
yeah,
friends. When you say friends, people on the internet are not my friends.
You associate with people.
People you associate with, people you are acquaintances with.
Is there like a stream? Let me put it this way. Right? Is there a stream you want to get on, and in order to get on that stream, you have to be on a Discord, and on that Discord, there happens to be another person who hates my channel.
I mean, it's anonymous people on the internet. Everybody hates
Just
everybody.
Just fucking say yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, of course,
you would be the worst lawyer ever.
I run into people that don't like you. I run into people that do like you.
Why don't they like me, Anal Vape? These anonymous people.
The biggest criticism is the vor thing, but that's not even. It's not. I don't care about that. I actually like your content. You bring on good guests.
That's what I appreciate, and I don't understand why you're hanging out with bad people. It makes me sad.
They're fun to talk to. That's why I hang out on A lot.
So the people that want to destroy me are fun to. This hurt. Joachim, I can't.
That's what I'm telling you. The excuse of it's just entertainment. It's just fun. I just like to hang out with these people. Hey, you know what'd be fun to do today? Let's just watch them try to destroy this thing everybody enjoys. That'll be fun, right? That's why I don't get like most of the people on the boards are actually big fans of internet blood sports, but you have some very active participants who want to destroy it. And I think it's interesting because there is definitely a tear. There's a rift that has formed all over the
can't you
place.
admit that